Hello there, welcome to the show. Today I'm talking about Bugonia, which is a new film by Yorgos Lanthimos. I'm sure I butchered that name, but you see. If you watch the Slow to Ronin channel, he's a massive fan of this director. I've seen some of the films, not all of them. I've liked what I've seen so far, but I'm not like a mega fan of anything of this director. This film's a remake of a Korean film called Save the Green Planet, which I've not seen. It's about to come out in Arrow beginning next year, so I'll see it then. So I do not have a frame of reference for this film in any way, so I'm just seeing it as a film on its own. I did not know what the plot was beyond the very basics when I went into it. So I'm coming out fresh. So I don't know how much it took from the original. I don't know how much it veered away from the original. I know the original was a bit wacky because I saw a trailer once. That's it. That was years ago, so that trailer. So that's all I know is it's less wacky. So to the film. So the film takes place in America basically, it feels like it's the Midwest. Maybe go towards the southern states of America. It's about these two guys who kidnapped this woman, this executive CEO of a company, and they are, one of them is convinced she's an alien. His friend is autistic and he doesn't know any better. He's just like, he goes along with his friend because his friend's the only one that treats him well. So he goes along with it, but he's not quite sure. And basically what we have is a two-hander between a guy who thinks his woman is an alien and this woman who is saying, I'm not an alien, you're just insane, you're a conspiracy theory guy, you've gone insane, you have to stop. So it's a two-hander, really, and that's what I'm not quite sure of how it connects to the original. I don't know if the original had more action or what. This one doesn't much action. It's pretty much set in a basement of this guy's house where you see a lot of information telling you that he is a conspiracy theory guy. But is he telling the truth or is he just mad? And that's what you don't know throughout the film. That's the big thing, is like, whose side should you be on? I mean, you suspect he's gone mad, but then again, this is a CEO of a big company, so you're not exactly going to have sympathy for her either. It's a really good setup because normally you would have sympathy for the person being kidnapped, but because this person, her job, plus the way she's acted so far, where she's trying to act as if she's kind to the people, but you get a sense as she's not that kind. She's just trying to make herself look decent to people, to say, this is, I'm a nice person, I'm trying my best in these difficult circumstances, but you don't quite buy it. So it goes back and forth, like who's insane, who's not, and the whole idea of the film is what is insanity, what is not. So you have the question, is paranoia a legitimate response to feeling disenfranchised, or is it just as crazy as the greed that caused your situation? Because a lot of the big companies, they can say what they want. There's a lot of greed involved. They're not out for the small person. They have there's so many companies with so many policies that are not good for the workers they've involved, or not good for the area they're in. From toxic spills to bad working environments to everybody knows all the charges and bullying. A sense of they're going to places where it's either this or nothing, so they can get people to do what they want. And it's like, so you're not going to be inside of her, but you also know this guy comes across as a conspiracy theory, and there's something about that makes you think, no, I'm not going to go in that direction either. That's just too crazy. And the film's looking at it as like, are any of these crazy theories true? Or are we just so wrapped up in our sense of loss and our sense of this world has collapsed, in the sense of the world's been ruined, that will jump at anything to feel empowered. And like, what responsibility does these people have who are at the top and who seem to act as if they care, but really do they? Well, they just, you know, get rid of you when they're fed up with you, fed up with your nonsense. There is that element to the film, and that's where the film is worthwhile, because it's just about a lot of feelings that you can't really find an answer to in the modern world. It's just something that's happened, something that repeatedly happened through time. Like the people in charge, eventually they tend to see those who work for them as paid slaves. That's just where they see it. It's just part of human nature, how people see each other. It's like, what can you do for me? And the people who are below them just see them as, you know, awful people, and they just have a kind of a view of them that's not quite human. Like, yeah, you could be an alien because of the way you act, and they can look at down at the people who work for them and say, you are disposable just because you're not very bright and you never built yourself up at all in life, so why should you get the extra money? Why should you do this? So it's about those tensions that are existing in society just now, and what do you do with them? In this case, it's taking a sci-fi idea of conspiracy theories, and this guy thinks that because the world's dying, that aliens are behind it. He's watched They Live too many times, you know, and who shouldn't? But he's just he's someone, if you talk to him for too long, you'd think, I'll keep a distance from this person. Is that sense of derangement to him, and as the film goes on, you realise he's got a lot of issues dealing with his mother and his mother's illness, and how she was a kind of crazy conspiracy theory as well. So this was brought down from one generation to the other. But there's also crazy things happening in his life that would make you think, yeah, no wonder if he thinks this is true, because there's some stuff going on that Lanthimos just plays deadpan that would be insane in the other way. But there's the point where his mother's floating there and he has to keep strings on her to keep her from floating away, which is played straight as if there's nothing wrong with that. So that adds to the idea of maybe there's something else going on that we don't know about. Maybe this isn't quite reality as we know it. But it still sticks to the ideas of the workers versus the employers. And things shift over time. She starts an idea of who he is. He will not quit an idea that she is an alien. You find out more about his past, about how he may have been sexually abused by a guy who's now a local policeman. And there's all sorts of weird stuff going on in his head, and it's like, it's just about the fragility of being in a life without meaning. And are all human beings in that thing? Because, I mean, the CEO, her life doesn't seem to have that much meaning either. She can do all these things, and she's tries to act as if she's kind, and she says she's done this and that to try and make the world a better place and to help the environment. But her life feels just as useless as anyone else's, really, as the film progresses. So there's a sense of humanity is to run out of, invention. Like, it's been drawn back to its base of instincts, and it just feels nihilistic. Which is why I think some people don't like this film, because it does feel nihilistic in lots of ways. And it's... And for some people, the central character talks too much and they probably get tiresome. I didn't think that, but I know for some people that was the case. So, this is a terrific film. The acting is great. Emma Stone as the CEO is great, because she gets her head shaved early on and she just keeps going as if it's nothing. Jesse Plemons plays the conspiracy theorist, and he's great. Alicia Silverstone plays his mum, who haven't seen films for him, but she's good as his mum. The kid playing the sidekick is autistic, but he does a really good job. The They shoot him well. They understand how to deal with him. There's a bunch of other decent actors in here as well, so it's really well done. I found it really enjoyable. I preferred The Favourite from what I've seen in Lanthimos, but this one I thought I preferred this one to Poor Things. I like Poor Things a lot, but I like this one better. Probably because it deals more with stuff that interests me, and because I live in a area of high deprivation, obviously the themes of this one will impact me more than it would The Life of the Rich. you know. But yeah, I'm trying to avoid getting into spoilers around. I'm just trying to kind of give you a vague idea what the themes are, and it's a good film. But definitely see it. It's a wonderful film. You may not like it, like anything this director's films, but it's worth a look because it is interesting. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back with some more soon. Right, bye.